Hi, friends. This is Adam. In place of a usual podcast episode, including an interview with an expert, I decided to take this opportunity to speak to you myself as an alternative to posting on my Substack, which I've now just retitled to Slow Down with Adam. So, essentially, this podcast episode is also going to be an audio version of the newsletter that I'm posting today on April 4th, 2022. I have a mild, not so surprising confession to make. This weekend, I deleted all social media apps off of my iPhone. I think of it as a somewhat rigid form of spring cleaning. Mind you, I didn't delete these social media accounts, namely Instagram and Twitter, but I went ahead and decided to change the terms of my relationship with them. I did this for several reasons. As a freelancer and or coach of one, I know that these platforms are a slippery slope at best. In all humility, I was spending upwards of 4 hours on average per day between the platforms. Yeah, in order to market my services, I do so on these platforms with a mixture of unofficial ads as well as platform-specific content creation. I really, really, really seek authentic connection with the people, friends, and mentors I've made through these platforms. A surprising amount of in-app messages showed me that I do intend to keep connecting with these individuals. However, I wish to do so on different terms. After the last 5.5 years of doom scrolling, or what I lovingly refer to as disasterbation, I found that with this now 40-day-old war that Russia has waged against Ukraine, I could no longer avoid very violent content that I did not consent to, thanks Twitter. Nor could I avoid war propaganda just about everywhere. Yeah, even on LinkedIn. I'm not suggesting I don't take sides. I personally think Putin is a dangerous autocrat invoking perverse Stalin-esque revisionist history. But I don't want my social media experience to be steeped in politics. So what does this relationship change look like? It's quite simple, actually. It started by deleting the social media apps off of my phone and choosing to access those accounts through Safari only. Which accounts do I access through Safari? Namely Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. I don't have a Facebook account any longer. I deleted that one in July of 2019. This rerouting through Safari creates an elegant obstacle for me. Let me explain. By not seeing the actual apps on my screen, I start to crave them less. So when I want to access them, I go through Safari and it's just adding steps or friction to my experience. It slows me down, creates more opportunity to act with intent. If I'm going to go all the way to Instagram to check messages, it's going to take more time and thus I spend less time on it. Same goes for the other platforms. Adding the hurdle of an internet browser means I just spend less time fucking around and more time engaging in the possibility of connecting. That's the backstory to my announcement. Slow Down with Adam, a virtual workshop space for a tech life balance. I'm setting up a small group. 6 people feels balanced. I'd say 10 humans maximum to meet monthly, open to bi-weekly or weekly if there's interest, and connect about a tech life balance. A space to learn and share, reflect, drink tea or whatever non-intoxicating beverage you want to drink. Some self-reflecting coaching prompts. Maybe even some spoken word poetry, some music. It's just a hangout space. Is this a coaching group? Well, not explicitly. But if we decide together that's what's wanted, then yes. Is this experimental? Yes. In all transparency, I'm setting this group up as an alternative to sifting through social media platforms. I personally want to connect with humans in a curated, small, intentional space, and I'm happy to host that for others. Slow Down with Adam will be available to join on a drop-in basis to all paid subscribers. This is a bit conflicting for me. I don't wield paywalls, as you may have already noticed, as a subscriber to this newsletter, but I want an intentional space. So if you subscribe monthly or annually, you will have access to the meeting space. Where will it be held? I'm leaning towards Jitsi Meet, which is an encrypted open source alternative to the monolith of Zoom. Though I'm open to Google Meet or Zoom or even setting up a Discord or another if you have a preference, just let me know. The nice thing about Jitsi is you could access it via an app on a smartphone or tablet, or you can use a Chrome browser on a laptop or desktop. No account necessary. In other news, I'm humbled to announce that I'm being hosted by IDEO this spring to coach and speak to their employees about emotional well-being. If you are a part of a distributed organization or remote team, I'd love to speak with you about coaching in emotional well-being and or a tech life balance. That concludes this newsletter. I hope you like the idea of having a audio version. I know I do. So I leave you with that invitation to slow down with me, to engage in an intentional space. Doesn't matter if it's weekly or bi-weekly or monthly, a space to connect, to be in a workshop mindset. You choose your level of engagement. I'm even willing to mail a box out every month, maybe even with a tea or a gift. We could work out those numbers. But I simply leave you with the invitation. So wherever you're listening to this, I hope you have a sweet day, a kind week, and a positive April. Enjoy the springtime, and please connect because, as you saw, I'm going to be spending less time on social media accounts. So feel free to respond to this post, send me an email. If you're on Signal, you can reach me on Signal. If you have my number, you know you can text me or leave me an audio message. If you want any of these things, please reach out. You can do so at my website, which is adamyasmin.com, or just respond to this email if you receive the newsletter. Thanks.